talking with Dr. Simon Kuang from Ideal
Hi guys.
Body Chiro, and I thought it would be a good idea to hear from Dr. Kuang. Not only does he have a small business, he has a business that we have definitely benefited from. But before I go into you and your business, there's always three questions that I start these conversations with. And so the first question I have for you is, if you can combine two animals, what animal would you be?
I think I would be a cross between like a cheetah and a
Right.
rhino. It's like so quick and agile, like the cheetah would be,
Yeah.
but durable and I guess with a weapon built into my face as a rhino. I think that would be the ultimate kind of cross between two animals for me, for
So,
sure.
so we can call that like a rhino? A
I guess
rhino?
a chino, chino, like the pants, like a chino rhino.
All right.
Uh,
The second question I have for you is, what are you thankful for right now, today?
Quite honestly, with this whole coronavirus situation, the first thing that pops into mind that I'm thankful for is my sister. Um, so as a kid, my parents were always out and about, kind of working and doing their own thing, as a lot of Asian parents would. And my sisters were the ones that were there for me as a kid.
Mm.
So my sisters are 7 and 9 years older than me, and they're both right now, I mean, as everybody is, hurting from the coronavirus, and they're reaching out to me and helping me out financially, emotionally, and
Wow.
all the other different ways that sisters would
Yeah.
at a time like this.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely, extremely thankful for the support that my family and my sisters have given me at a time like this, for sure.
Man, that's awesome. Love it. All right, man. Last of the three questions. What makes you smile? And it can't be a person and it can't be your pet.
What makes me smile?
Yep.
A lot of coronavirus memes at this time make me smile. Really. I
Give
mean,
us
that
one.
might be inappropriate at a time like this. I know that the coronavirus is a very serious situation,
Yes.
but I think the fact that it is very serious and that some people do kind of make light of it to allow for others to kind of cope with it is really the kind of thing that makes me smile at this time, you know?
Yeah. I think you hit it right on the head, man. I think people cope with certain stress and, challenges differently. And so I think there has to be a little bit of grace for that as well. And so,
Yeah.
man, like there's some things that I laugh at. And of course, if I ever were to repeat them or explain to someone else, they could be offended or whatever. But yeah, dude, it's all good. By the way, that truck that you have in the back, I have the same exact one, the red one. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to look for it because I don't know if maybe Chloe brought that to you as a gift for like treating her ankle or something like that. I need to find out if I still own that thing. But the name of your company is or your shop is Ideal Body Chiropractic. How long have you been practicing? What got you into it as well?
Sure. So I've been in practice for 9 years and been at this location, Ideal Body Chiropractic, for 5. And I initially got into this field due to my own ailments. At the age of 19, I was competing professionally in the sport of Olympic weightlifting.
Oh, wow.
And at that time, I tore a fairly important muscle located on the left side of my lower back called the quadratus lumborum. It wasn't a fairly serious tear. It didn't require surgery. However, it made it so that I couldn't sit for longer than 5 minutes, and, lifting things up off of the floor and putting them overhead, as you would do as an Olympic weightlifter, was out of the question at that time.
Wow.
And I also went to go see your normal primary care physician, who gave me, the cocktail pharmaceuticals, the big 3: pain relievers, anti-inflammatories, and muscle relaxers. Those are the biggest 3 pharmaceutical drugs that primary care physicians prescribe for musculoskeletal aches and pains, which did honestly nothing for me except for kind of put me out and down and made me take a lot of naps. My girlfriend at the time was working as a chiropractic assistant, and she said, "Hey, why don't you come out and check it out? There's nothing for you to lose." And at the time, I was very, I guess, naive about what chiropractic care was about. I didn't really believe in it. I was extremely skeptical, but I showed up anyways, and with an open mind. The chiropractor that I saw practiced in a very similar way that I practice now, which is he doesn't just adjust patients, right? He doesn't just do the chiropractic adjustment. He doesn't just work on the spine, but he specialized in a type of deep tissue massage system called active release technique. And he also helped rehabilitate patients back to normal function with exercise, stretches, and self-mobilization techniques. So I went to him and he took care of 80% of my pain in one visit. And this is, mind you, after, being inundated with pain for the past month or so and having had traditional, pharmaceuticals fail me. So it blew my mind, and I wanted to see more about it. And I went to the nearby chiropractic college to see more about what chiropractic care was all about. And it instantly changed my mind about what chiropractic care was about. And I, at the time, was going to actually go to school to become an optometrist in Fullerton, and got accepted, was going to start school that next fall. However, with this kind of, at the time, newfound enjoyment of chiropractic care, I switched over to being a chiropractor. So after I was visited at school, I started school to become a chiropractor that next month. And I mean, fast forward 9 years later, and here I am now.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that story. So during your 9 years, what have been some of the challenges that you faced?
Well, so I kind of mentioned earlier that my chiropractic care is a little bit different than most. So I guess to those of you who haven't seen a chiropractor before, most chiropractors see patients for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, and in that time, the chiropractor typically would come by and just adjust the spine and then pass off the care of the patient to a chiropractic assistant who would then do external modalities such as e-stim, ice, heat, and those kinds of things, right? However, the care that we offer is much more involved. And so we spend an hour with all of our new patients and a half an hour with all of our follow-ups. And in that type of practice model, we face some challenges. So if you do the math, if you see a chiropractor or you see a patient for 5-10 minutes, you can see anywhere from, 6 to 10 patients an hour, right? Let's just say. However, with our model, we're limited to seeing 1 to 2 patients an hour, right? And as such, we feel our income is a little bit lower because of the amount of patients we can see throughout the day. However, we've kept that practice model because we believe that that's how we can provide the care that our patients both deserve and need. And so that being said, one of the biggest challenges that we have had is with just having enough patients come through the door. And, quite honestly, I became a chiropractor with the first intention to just heal, not to run a business. And running the business has been the most difficult thing that I've come across. And, being a good clinician and having the proper skills, all that takes is time, practice, and dedication. And that part is extremely easy for me to do because I'm extremely passionate about the things that we do at this office. I don't know if I'm very passionate about networking, social media marketing, and those types of things that it requires to run a business. So I've dumped a whole ton of money and wasted a whole ton of money on different marketing strategies. But I think after 9 years of being in practice, the thing that I've really come down to is just, those referral websites such as Yelp, Google reviews, and word of mouth, really. We're sticking with that. And I think that's working out pretty well.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's how we found you on Yelp. And I can attest to everything that you're saying as far as your approach, your bedside manner, and just the way that you explain things and the way that you treat, at least my family members, and also the recovery time and the fact that they do feel pretty quick relief as far as their pain goes. We've been to several chiropractors throughout the years. I mean, I'm 47 years old, and so we've seen a lot of that. So you, on the other hand, it was just different, and we obviously have been back a number of times, and so we're firm believers as well. What
Thank
sort
you.
of challenges are you facing right now during this COVID-19?
Well, I mean, challenges that I'm sure most other business owners are facing.
Yeah.
When we're not seeing patients, we don't get paid time off, right?
Mhm.
There's no such thing as, oh, hey, patient, give me money now when we're not able to be open.
Yeah.
So it's not like that, right? Because all of our bosses basically are our patients. They hire us to basically take care of them.
Yeah.
And so, I do have some emergency funds set aside for situations like this. But if this, goes on for, I don't know, a couple more months, 4, 5, 6 more months, then I, I don't know. I don't know what other plans I have. I have applied for a small business loan that I haven't been approved for, that I'm counting on to try to, stop the bleeding, so to
Yeah.
speak. But that can only take me so far. But that's not a story that is different than most. I guess the other unique challenge that I have faced as a chiropractor is just the decay of my skills. As a chiropractor, it's a very skill-based profession. Reason being, there's a lot of muscle memory involved in being able to adjust patients with my hands and my body and stuff like that. So, I've been able to do some visualization techniques, or I would come to the office and kind of imagine myself working on a patient at the table. That's the best I can do with this social isolation thing, to decrease the ability, or decrease the, I guess, decay of my skills, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are pretty standard, I think, challenges that most chiropractors and most service-based industries are facing right now.
Yeah, and hopefully with this new stimulus plan that the Congress just passed and agreed upon, and the president, I'm sure, will sign it right away.
Right.
Will hopefully push some money towards businesses like yourself. How can we help you right now as a community? Is there anything that we can do as a community to help you?
I mean, I guess first and foremost, along with the coronavirus guidelines, everybody just stay home, symptom free or not, right? The more we stay home, the faster we can figure this whole situation out, and the faster we can all get back into our normal daily lives. And I guess another thing that the community that can do to help our business and to help any other business, I guess, is to follow closely in our social media accounts. At this time, I've been racking my brain. I can't really make it to the office too often, just because I want to try to isolate myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
However, I'll be releasing a series called Anatomy of Pain. This is a series that I've done before in the past that I've been meaning to pick back up. I was thinking, at a time like this where we can't take care of our patients in person, what I can do is upload a series of videos that allows our patients to better understand common aches and pains, and the anatomy of the common aches and pains, so that they can take care of it themselves and understand and educate themselves on it. So you can follow us on Ideal Body Chiro on Instagram and also on YouTube. And I'll be uploading videos today, tomorrow, and sometime this weekend as well.
Awesome. Yeah, that was going to be the next question. You covered part of it, but where can we find you? So if there's people that are interested, that are local, and I'm almost positive that you deal with clients and customers outside of the area, but where are you located?
Yeah, I mean, on Instagram, Ideal Body Chiro. I think Facebook is Dr. Simon Kuang. I have yet to be able to change that. I don't know. Facebook's weird about changing their page titles and stuff like that. So I'm not too sure how to navigate that situation. So it's just stayed as Dr. Simon Kuang. And on YouTube, we're Ideal Body Chiro as well. And if anything, you guys can go, like you said, to idealbodychiro.com and find our, all of our business social media, Instagram, Twitter, all those things, Yelp, etc.
Yep. Yeah, in addition to, you're located in downtown Fullerton, right off of Commonwealth.
Correct.
And you're like sandwiched between like Heroes and Roscoe's and that little alley area
Right.
back there. Really cool.
Correct.
Really cool place. But I really want to thank you for your time, man, and thank you for healing my family as we go along.
Of course.
I'm sure we'll be back, but hang in there, man.
All right.
Yep.
You too.
Yeah.
We're down, but now we're not out.
Right.
Right?
I love it. That's right. We're not out. All right, you take care.
Okay, James. Thank you so much for doing this for me.
You got it, man. See ya.